What if I told you that some of history's darkest secrets were hidden in diaries? Diaries no one dared to open, words no one dared to read, secrets that could rewrite everything you thought you knew about the past. Imagine for a moment a small, dusty attic. Sunlight barely filters through the cracks in the roof. In the corner, covered in decades of cobwebs, lies a bundle of diaries. Old, fragile, smelling of mould and time. No one has touched them for hundreds of years. And yet, the ink inside holds the whispers of people whose lives were filled with fear, betrayal, ambition, and forbidden desires. These aren't just stories, they are confessions, hidden truths, and secrets so chilling that those who read them often wish they hadn't. The first diary you stumble upon is from a soldier who fought in a war you thought you understood. On the surface, his entries seem ordinary, daily notes about battles and commands. But as you read deeper, the words turn darker. Betrayals, cowardice, and acts of desperation come alive in black ink. Some entries describe things so horrifying that even modern historians shy away from discussing them. These are the moments history books never mention, the hidden confessions erased from official records. Next, a diary written by a noblewoman in a court where power was everything. She documents secret affairs, plots against the crown, and even murders that were covered up. Every word drips with fear and daring as she risked everything just to write them down. Imagine reading her confessions, knowing she could have been executed if her papers were discovered. And yet she wrote anyway, leaving behind a legacy that would shock even the most seasoned historian. And then, a doctor's diary, filled with experiments the world wasn't ready to see. Some entries hint at deaths that weren't accidents, but were meticulously documented, hidden from public eyes. The words themselves feel sinister, as if they are breathing a secret that refuses to stay buried. In this video, you will see 3 forgotten diaries that reveal humanity's darkest secrets, hidden for decades, ignored by history, yet waiting to be discovered. Stay with me, because by the end, what you learn will make you question everything you thought you knew about the past. Diaries. They are far more than simple notebooks or faded pages. They are time capsules, frozen echoes of people who lived, loved, and suffered in ways the world never knew. Imagine holding a diary that has been hidden for centuries, its leather cracked, its pages yellowed and brittle. Each word written is a heartbeat from the past, a whisper from someone who might have been silenced long ago. Some of these diaries were tucked away in attics, buried under rubble, or hidden inside the walls of mansions, waiting silently for someone brave or curious enough to read them. These forgotten diaries are the dark, unfiltered stories that history books never tell. They reveal moments of fear, betrayal, and desperation that were deliberately erased from official records. A soldier's trembling hand writing confessions no general would allow to be known. A noblewoman secretly recording plots that could destroy entire dynasties. A doctor scribbling observations too shocking for society to ever accept. The words are raw, often horrifying, and shockingly human. They expose the darkness lurking behind the power, wealth, and prestige of their authors. Some diaries were meant to remain unread. Some were forbidden by laws, by families, by kings and queens. Many were burned in secret, hidden under the threat of death, while others survived by chance, escaping destruction by mere inches. The mere existence of these pages is a testament to the courage, or madness, of their writers. As we turn the pages today, we step into their world, a world where fear, desire, and secrecy dictated every decision, and where one careless word could mean death. By reading these diaries, we witness history as it truly was, raw, unpolished, and terrifyingly human. These are not just stories, they are confessions, revelations, and warnings from the past. And today, for the first time, we will uncover the shocking truths they reveal. The first diary we uncover belonged to a soldier, a man whose name has been lost to time, but whose words remain etched in trembling ink on fragile, yellowed pages. He fought in a war we thought we understood, Yet his diary reveals a reality far darker than any history book will ever admit. At first glance, his entries read like ordinary notes, movements, commands, reports. But as you turn the pages, a chilling truth emerges. He writes of moments when fear overpowered duty, when comrades were left behind, and when survival required choices no human should ever have to make. One entry stands out. Dated a rainy night in a battlefield trench, he confesses, "I could not save them. My hands were tied by orders I could not disobey, yet I watched them die." History will remember the victories, but it will never know the cost. The horror of his helplessness seeps from the page. Every word feels like a scream from the past, a testament to the human fragility in the face of unthinkable cruelty. But the diary doesn't stop at confessions of fear. It reveals secrets of betrayal, whispers of soldiers turning against one another, and acts of desperation too dark to fully describe. Some entries hint at decisions that changed the outcome of battles in ways that were deliberately erased from official records. This soldier was not only a witness to the horrors of war, he was a reluctant participant in decisions that haunted him every day. The most terrifying part? The final pages are missing, or perhaps deliberately destroyed. Historians speculate that what he wrote in those last lines would have shocked the world. Truths so explosive that they threaten to rewrite the very history of the war. As we imagine those final words, we are left with a chilling question. What would you do if the world forced you to hide a secret so horrifying that revealing it could destroy everything you loved, or even end your life? This diary is a window into fear, desperation, human cost of conflict. And as we close this chapter, one thing becomes clear. History is far darker, far more intimate, and far more horrifying than any textbook ever dares to tell. Our second diary belonged to a noblewoman, a figure of elegance and influence in a court where every whisper could be deadly. To the outside world, she was merely another aristocrat, moving gracefully through gilded halls and opulent rooms. But her pen tells a different story. A story of hidden desires, forbidden love, and deadly intrigue that could topple empires. Each page she wrote pulses with tension, a daring rebellion against the rigid rules that threatened to crush her life. Her diary is shocking because it exposes the raw, human side of power. Behind the masks of politeness and etiquette, betrayal simmered like a quiet poison. Secret alliances, covert plots, and whispered rumours formed the invisible threads of control in the court. And she observed it all, documenting every deceit with a precision that is both meticulous and chilling. Her words reveal lovers hidden in shadowed corridors, messages exchanged under threat of death, and betrayals so intimate that even family members could not be trusted. One particularly haunting entry recounts a night when she discovered a plot against a close ally. The conspirators were powerful nobles who would stop at nothing to seize control. She wrote, "If these words are ever found, let them remember that I risk my life to write the truth, for even the crown cannot hide what is written in blood and ink." The bravery in her writing is palpable, but so is the fear. Every word carries the weight of imminent danger. What makes this diary even more gripping is that some pages are smudged with tears. Others have scorch marks, as if someone attempted to destroy the evidence. It is as though history itself tried to erase her secrets, yet her courage preserved them for centuries. As we read her confessions, we are pulled into a world of passion, fear, and power, where every decision could mean death or disgrace. And just as we begin to understand her, a final entry hints at a revelation so explosive it could have changed the fate of the kingdom, if anyone had dared to expose it. This diary reminds us that behind the grandeur of history, human desire and fear often shape events far more than armies or kings ever could. Our third diary takes us into the shadowy world of science and obsession. A doctor whose name history barely remembers, yet whose notes reveal horrors no one dared to record. This diary is not filled with tales of war or court intrigue, but with experiments that skirted the edge of morality, human life, and the law. Imagine the faint scratch of a quill across paper in a dimly lit laboratory, as the doctor carefully documented secrets the world was not ready to see. Each page tells of observations that are equal parts genius and madness. Patients who entered his care sometimes vanished, their fates hidden in cryptic notes or burned pages. Yet the doctor chronicled every detail with meticulous precision. Chemical reactions, strange ailments, even moments when life itself seemed to defy nature. His diary is both a warning and a revelation, revealing a mind consumed by curiosity and obsession, but blind to the human cost. One particularly chilling entry reads, "The body resists at first, but eventually it reveals its secrets. No one will understand what I see, yet every outcome, every failure, every success is recorded, and it will remain hidden from the ignorant." The cold detachment in his words makes the diary feel alive, as if it carries a breath of the very darkness he pursued. The most shocking revelation is found in the final surviving pages. He hints at an experiment so secret, so forbidden, that even the king feared its exposure. Notes burned, rooms locked, and witnesses silenced, yet the diary survived. These entries are not just historical curiosities. They are a direct confrontation with human ambition taken to terrifying extremes. Reading this diary, we are forced to ask, how far would a mind go to uncover truth if morality were no barrier? And what horrors remain hidden, locked away in forgotten papers, waiting for the brave or foolish to uncover them? The doctor's forbidden notes remind us that sometimes the pursuit of knowledge comes at a cost too terrible to imagine, and that history's shadows are darker than we dare admit. 3 diaries, 3 voices from the past. One undeniable truth: history is far darker than any textbook will ever admit. As we examine these pages, the soldier's confessions, the noblewoman's secrets, and the doctor's forbidden notes, a disturbing pattern emerges. Each diary exposes humanity at its rawest: fear, ambition, betrayal, and obsession intertwining to shape events far beyond the reach of ordinary understanding. The soldier shows us the horrifying human cost of war, lives destroyed not only by bullets and bombs but by fear, hesitation, and betrayal. The noblewoman reveals the perilous world of power, where love, loyalty, and deception collide in deadly ways, leaving entire kingdoms vulnerable to the greed and malice of those in charge. And the doctor's notes reveal a more insidious darkness, the obsession with knowledge and control, and the devastating consequences of ambition unchecked by morality. What ties them together is not the context of their lives, but the hidden truths they record. These are the stories that were deliberately erased from public memory, the confessions and observations that powerful institutions, rulers, and families wanted buried forever. And yet, the diaries survived. Their survival is a testament to the courage, or perhaps the recklessness, of their authors, who risked everything to record what they had witnessed. The unsettling realization is this: history is not merely a series of events, dates, and victories. It is shaped by the secrets people kept, the forbidden truths they dared to write down, and the shadows they left behind. These diaries force us to confront the uncomfortable reality that human nature, our desires, fears, and obsessions, has always influenced the course of history more than armies, laws, or crowns ever could. As we close this chapter, the message is chilling and clear. The world we think we know is only a fraction of the truth. Hidden in forgotten diaries, in ink-stained confessions, lies the darkness of our past, and it's waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to turn the page. As we close the covers of these forgotten diaries, one question lingers in the shadows. If these secrets survived against all odds, how many more remain hidden, waiting for someone to uncover them? What truths have been deliberately erased, buried by time, by power, and by fear? Each diary we explored today, soldier, noblewoman, doctor, reveals a reality so raw, so human, that it forces us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about history. The darkness of human ambition, the fragility of morality, and the terror of secrets left unchecked, all etched into ink and paper, waiting for centuries to be discovered. History has always been written by those who survived, those who controlled the narrative, but these diaries speak a different language, the language of truth, fear, and revelation. They remind us that the world is never as simple as the stories we are told. Behind every triumph, every crown, every law, there were hidden confessions, forbidden experiments, and lives lost to secrets. The most shocking part? There are likely hundreds, maybe thousands more diaries like these still forgotten, hidden in attics, locked in archives, or lost in the rubble of history. So I ask you, what would you do if you stumbled upon one of these diaries yourself? Would you dare to read it? Or would the darkness inside make you turn away? These are the questions that history never answered, until now. If you want to continue uncovering the forgotten, shocking truths of the past, hit that subscribe button and join this journey into the shadows of history. Every week, we reveal new diaries, new confessions, and new secrets that the world tried to bury. History isn't just about what we're taught, it's about what they tried to hide. Stay with us, because the next diary we uncover may shock you more than anything you've ever imagined. And remember, some secrets are too dark to forget.